All right, so like point of order here, like this is Siralim Ultimate. I'm gonna continue cloud storage. I need to make sure it's 23 hours and 15 minutes. What's my local save? 23 hours. They're both the same. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go to my guy. These are all my dudes. I gotta remember the controls. Okay, B. Okay, so I got this priest vizier, right? And he's fused with. So he's got fanaticism from his. So at the start of my turn, one creature gets a random buff. After my creatures cast a spell, they have a 7% chance to gain a random buff for each spell that's been cast by all creatures in this combat. And he has his artifact, which gives him stats. I don't have a trait on that. He doesn't have a relic. And those are his spells. We're not too worried about the rest of that. I don't think. Yeah, so some of these have, like, so you see there, like, Righteous Winds on the bottom. That's like a special effect. And Faith's Armor. So they get another trait. And the traits are like these passive abilities. So this guy, he's going to buff himself. Anytime my creatures are healed by their leeching buff, they get a barrier that absorbs damage. So that's good. And he has 50% more damage for each buff, debuff, or minion that he has that's greater than his target. They should have multiple. Oh, it's A button to sickle. So he always enters with two buffs. So the two buffs help me trigger more stuff, and he heals better. And when he attacks, he increases random allies' attack and intelligence. So I use him to attack usually. This guy, he also enters combat with the two buffs, and he gets 100% more healing. Same thing. After he attacks or is attacked, he gets shelled, so he ignores one attack. This guy starts with a summon, which is Dire Wolves. At the start of combat, he gets a free spell gem, which is Murder of Crows. This guy has a buff, and we all take less damage. My creatures start with another buff. After my creatures are healed, they get a random buff. And before my creatures die, they cast one of their spells at random. So these guys are all going to go in and do their bullshit. So I can make equipment over there. I can do spells over there. We don't need that right now. This is kind of like an overview. Oh, sorry. You know what? I forgot. I also have perks that trigger off a bunch of shit. So yeah, when I do buffs. But the point is, we need to go. I don't really care about that. We'll do a random realm. Okay. Oh, hey, perfect. It's Shrine of Spiders. There she is. I only have 4 emblems. Never mind. Unseductive. Thank you for the favor. Not that just yet. So essentially, you just go around these little roguelike maps and you run into dudes. So all those dudes are also randomly generated dudes that are fused with other shit. And as you can see, the fight has started. I haven't clicked anything yet. Bros are just doing shit. I might win this. Yeah, I might win this whole fight without having to do anything. Hell yeah, brother. Because all this shit is automated with, like, hit chances and spell chances and yada yada. Just based on my team. Not every team works like this. Like I said, I'm in the buffs. I'm doing the buff team. The debuff team works kind of similarly. I have unread notifications. I can summon a zealot occultist. I can summon a moss golem and a mutated pulse bat. Cool. So every time you fight those dudes, you get like little like experience bar towards getting them to capture so you can summon them. There's a lot of creatures, but then they can also be randomly fused because these are chaos realms. And then when they fuse, they get different color palettes. So no color swaps. Okay, so cool. I'm gonna take a turn. So this guy, I want to. They're all buffed. I want to cast Rapid Dementia because he is very strong, and I want him to attack. And when he attacks, he's gonna do a bunch of other shit. Not inspect, but history. So up there, you can see that I cast Rapid Dementia right here on the top. He attacked. He got his buff. I killed the cockatrice. He got buffed by Arcane. He gained health. He gained max health because of Soul of the Forest. He's already received too many buffs this turn. He's not allowed. I don't know when that was introduced. He got splashing and shelled, right? And because he got these buffs, he got a chance to attack again, which he did, and he gained attack and defense. But instead of attack, he casts Murder of Crows, which does a bunch of damage, and some dudes died. And then he gained more speed. But then their guy healed, and he attacked, and none of that mattered, because fuck him. Whose turn is it? Roost Watcher? Hell yeah, fuck that shit up. Also, once you research them enough, you can like see their health bar. Until then, you can't. So yeah, just go ahead and so that's telling me it's a bad attack. That's telling me it's a good attack. Go ahead and kill him. He does splash damage, so he hits the other creatures next to him. And they're all leveling up. Yay! And now I can summon a brownie. I'm looking for buffs because I don't want to go into that rainbow realm and have my shit rocked, unbuffed. Usually, in every realm, there's a couple like relics or stuff you can see hit. Whoa! I don't think I've seen some of these before. Oh, I'm excited. I get to unlock new bugs. They may or may not instantly die. Nope, they did not. Cool. Rabid Dementia. Please kill them. Perfect. You are beautiful. Yeah, I get a favor for that. Yeah. Those are some of those are new. Goliath and Wooly. I have not seen those two before. Very cool. Oh, there's a dude. Fuck him. Oh, it's Treasure Golem. Yeah, we can beat these dudes up for money. Kill him. Yeah, look at all that shit. Yeah. And proficiency. And some new spells. Cool. These are debuffs, so I don't care. Yeah, they try to make you feel bad for like killing the treasure golem. Whoa! Yeah, see, as you can see, the tides turned quickly. My big guy has died before I've even done anything. Two of my guys have died. Holy shit. So what's all that? When you get fucked up, you have to go read to see what the fuck happened. Wow. You know what? I'm not gonna go through any of that. It's too much. You don't have a revival spell, so we're not worried about you. Just do Murder of Crows. Cool. They're only temporarily out. They come back at the end of the combat. Claw and Cockatrice and new stuff. Perfect. There's just a lot of shit, man. And then I can randomly get like experience to summon dudes as resources. That's for a project. Here's a curio that does blind on damage. I can add that to a relic. That one in the back left, I don't think I've seen before. What was that? Gorgon Witch attacked? No. She did something. Maybe it doesn't matter. Looks like she dodged. No, she didn't dodge that, so whatever. Okay, so now I have a buff. When I start combat, the enemies are sleeping. Perfect. And then I have some project progress. Yeah. That'll take me to the next level. I don't want to go just yet. Received an item. Gems. Devastating Throw. So all the spells are gems that have a certain amount of casts. And you can, like, prep multiple. And the casts last, like, per level. So I need to, finish this before I get a refresh. So you can't... If you use all your, like, spells in the middle of a combat, like, you just don't get more. Unless you have a way to restore them. So, like, when they get the beginning of combat, they get a free Murder Crows. That one's free, and it has free, like, a full charges. But these ones, as you can see, I've spent them. And even if it's cast, like, not by me, like, it just happens automatically, it still counts. So there are some limits to the craziness that you are allowed to do. And see, not everything... It depends on how much information I have on that guy. It'll tell me if my attack would be good or bad. He's really sturdy, wow. He only took 355 damage, and he recovered a lot of health. I'm going to have to strip that buff off of him. Leeching and splashing. Everyone already starts with leeching. They may have already lost it, though. Gives them arcane. Let me just do Murder Crows. I could probably, take a couple of them out. So these guys are good casters. Oh, he's silenced. That's bad. Let's just have you defend. And if the combat takes too long, they get tired, take 20% more damage to try and get the combat to conclude. Yeah, so bleeding will go around armor and healing and shit, so I don't give a shit. I'll fuck them up with that. I don't need to resurrect anybody. I do want my creatures to gain random buffs because that'll trigger their attacks and other effects, which is good for me. The dire wolves are not doing shit. I don't expect them to. So I can convert my debuffs into random buffs. I don't want him to be silenced anymore, so that's good. Just go ahead and kill it, please. Go ahead and kill it, please. God, you are sturdy. Bro is just not. He just will not. 14 damage on a critical. What is happening? Okay, I need to look. Okay, if he takes indirect damage, he gets 20% defense. That's bad. He's been getting a lot of defense because all those summons count as indirect. I don't really care about his artifact. He's got some spells. Those don't matter. Yeah, that's the issue. Look at his... Oh my god, look at his defense. Ooh. I can't not attack with the summons, so... Let's just rend him again. You go ahead and attack, please. God damn. I need him to keep attacking because he's the one that does the big damage. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, okay, so that's some of the consequences you can run into. Because like I said, the enemies just have random shit, and some of them will hard counter some of the shit that you're doing. Like if I was in an all summon team and all my summons were doing damage. So summons are like buffs, but they have little stacks on your dudes and they attack when your creatures do. I would have been like Mondo cooked. Bro would have like wrecked my fucking shit. But since that wasn't my whole game plan, I'm okay. Superbia, okay. Alright, now my enemies are blighted. Oh! I completed a realm quest, okay. I wasn't even paying attention. I got an emblem, 10 perk points, can't spend those. So I'm like maxed out on my perks, so I'm gonna need anointments. Once I have anointments, they'll let me get other classes perks and keep like advancing. Currently though, I don't have that option. I'm plenty buffed though, so I'm gonna come back to this. So these let you fight like rarer monsters, but they're pretty tough, and I don't really know what to expect. So I didn't want to come in here unprepared. The buffs only last for the floor, but they can really help. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I probably would not have gotten it that easy if I hadn't come in pre-buffed because these guys are asleep and everything. Yeah, so it's really easy to get like overconfident and just be like, "Oh yeah, man, my team runs automatically. I can just do whatever I want." No, you can't. No, you fucking can't. Um, that's a trait. After this creature's healed, it gains a random debuff. And the creature takes damage. One has at least 15 buffs or debuffs. It deals damage. Actually, that's not bad. After this creature takes damage, it gets a random buff. After this creature, well, that might not be good because I do a lot of healing on my team currently. It's kind of like my survival strategy. Um, I mean, it would be good if I could eliminate the healing. I bet there's a creature that just doesn't heal. I bet I could use that. See, yeah, that's what I like about this game, right? Like, you just get random shit and you're just like, I could fit this into the team. I just need to make, changes or pivot. So now I'm thinking if I could find a creature that just doesn't get healed, um, then it doesn't really matter that the bad things would happen if he got healed. But then again, it may not matter at all because if he has enough buffs and he's getting damage from the buffs, it might offset the debuffs. I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to try it. I'd have to go back home, though. I'd have to make a change to my team comp too, because currently everyone's getting like regen. I should be okay though. I think I can clear this floor and not worry too much about my running out of spellcast or whatever. If I run out of spellcast, we're gonna have a fucking problem. He's taunted. Interesting. Cool. I got Elder Ent. And some more dudes. See, I like these little spider dudes, but like I'd have to switch classes to use them. I think they're like speed based. There is a speed class, like a wind walker or something. And they're pretty cool. Might have been overkill. So every map is kind of like this. You just kind of walk around and like, you know, interact with things, gather up loot. Honestly, it's not that bad. Like it's kind of like diverse in how it looks at the very least. Oh. Yeah, see, I don't Savage I have a lot of ways to get, so I'm less interested in stuff like that. Oh, new spell. All creatures. Whoa, actually, that's a game changer. I might have to. I need that because I'm doing a bunch of healing, but I'm getting capped out. I didn't pay attention to what kinds of creatures can cast that spell. It costs 1,000 powers. Yeah, bro. Summon some dudes. I can choose the dudes. Um, sure. Wait. Oh, it just lets me pick like the creatures that are in the map, maybe. It only lets me pick ones I already have like a certain amount of familiarity with. So the familiarity is graded in letters, like as you can see, like when I go to my notifications, like my Elder Ent went up to E. I own one of those dudes, and and they went to D. I have some Ds now, mostly Fs. I think I need to get them up to like A to use the candle, maybe. I'm not sure. But that means I've already seen a lot of them. So if I wanted them, I probably already had them. So I honestly find the candle kind of confusing now that I understand better how it works. Good for target farming, I guess. Okay. Oh yeah, and there's also masters. These dudes have like all the same creatures. This guy's got all cockatrice, or mostly cockatrice. And if I beat him, I get I get to see this family of creatures, and I get experience towards unlocking them or making them better. But you can also get like skins and shit. So like me looking like a weird bug dude is a skin that I put on. I don't normally look like that by default. I'm willing to go all out on these guys because I'm assuming they're strong. And I do not want to underestimate them. I need them dead. Okay, perfect. Yeah, now my cockatrice mastery is up. Oh, and I got their trait. Cool. If all the creatures in my party are cockatrice, enemies always have confused. That's cool. I'm not gonna use that, but that's cool. I know there's like you can do challenges where you like change your class and you have to like run with your new changed class. So you have to like change your whole party comp and everything, and that's cool. So it lets you like experiment with other stuff as a challenge. Like you get bonus for doing it. I don't think I'm there yet, or maybe I've unlocked it, but I don't have any other classes yet. So no point in that. A lot of stuff to work with, a lot of stuff to grind on. Technically, I could leave this floor whatever I want because I already know where the teleport is, but I'm just trying to like make sure I saw everything. I don't want to leave a stone unturned for just no fucking reason. Also, I summoned those salamanders. I gotta go beat them up. I paid for that. Wow, they're just the same, literally the same salamander, not even like variants. Okay, I'm not taking you guys seriously, but I paid for them, so I'm gonna fucking do it. Get over here. I should not have done this. It was a waste of energy. Waste of energy. Get over here. Yeah, so as you can see, like they start with like 3 status conditions, and I start with a lot of buffs. They're kind of just like cooked. And then when I go to a new floor, I'll start over. Obviously, I'll still. And now, hey, now, you stole my buffs. Yeah, that's another thing that they could do sometimes. They can steal your fucking buffs, and that's a huge fucking problem. Because I have a lot of them. Okay, so that one's a random fusion, so he has different traits. I wonder what they are. I'm not willing to inspect to find out. I'm not going to have the opportunity, it looks like. Cool. Creature parts. Neat. Nothing over there. Okay. Oh, thank you. A new spell, Double Strike. Cool. Yeah, that's a mimic, and we're fine with that. They're kind of sturdy. But if this is like the last fight of the floor, that's fine. I don't have to worry too much about what I spend. Silence, terrified, and burning. Not great. Give him a bunch of speed. Buff him. Yeah, alright, cool. Guess it wasn't necessary. Carry confusion. Yeah, sure. Map. Okay. I think I've seen everything. Okay. So back to Siralim, so I can recover and everything. Let's go to the bowl. So these are all the dudes that I could summon. As you can see, they all have unique perks and stats and yada yada. I should be some new ones. Ones I already have, maybe. I forget what there should be new ones. It should have like an exclamation mark. Yeah, there we go. So like, so I have these other occultists. So like the occultists is like the family, the race, I guess. Viper occultists I've seen before. That's pretty strong if you're like doing a lot of spell casting, and you're like, I don't know, like a sorcery team. I don't have any specific type I'm committed to or family. What else we got? This guy's not ready yet. Haven't killed enough mimics. I don't have enough mimic data. I'll get it. Okay, and my moss golem. After okay, that's cool. That's strong. There's a lot. There's just a lot of shit, dude. Yeah. Proxy Geist. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, he's an exotic. The exotics are those rare ones I was talking about. Where you have to like find specific portals to hunt them down, and I think they're like maybe Kickstarter backer ones or something. You used to be able to pay the dude to just like make you a monster or a monster family. New cockatrice. Races of your last 3 creatures in your party. Oh, okay, so that lets you hit the cockatrice family bonus better. Okay, that's interesting. Are they all like that? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they're all on like. They're all about same race. Cool, cool. After, I don't know. They're not speed stuff. They have to be attacked. So I guess they do provoke and shit. And poison. Yeah. Snared and poisoned. Some bleeding too. Okay. That's cool. So I unlocked that spell earlier too. I don't think these ones show up as new though. What was it called? That one's probably really good. Actually, I should make one of those. If they steal my buff, I need to be able to take them back. We have Bliss, Shock, Shatter, Rainbow, Restore Balance. No. So double strikes, fine. I just don't. It's not good. Not good enough. Yeah, summoning more dire wolves is stupid. They're not good. They're not good for my team, and I don't think they're good in general. Wait, what? A random trait? Oh, yeah. I don't use that because it's random, and that's kind of dangerous. I could just be getting random shit, man. Fuck my whole comp up. Morph life. No. I don't want them to become life, because that'll fuck everything. And I don't even. Are they gonna be able to keep casting their spells with their life because they don't have life? You know what? I'm not doing that. Pure love though has only 5 charges. Shit. Okay. Well, we can kind of look see at. Actually, you know what? I have projects to turn in, sir. I can take on 0 more projects. Never mind. I thought did I not finish any of them? Okay, character maybe. Oh yeah, my projects. Nope. No. Okay. Unlock mission training. Unlock more maximum projects. Upgrade my blacksmith. Okay, well. What can I do here? I might need to Socket. I got a new trait that looked good. Let's have a look. For the Vizier, right? Healing's fine. No. I don't care about that. Where was it? Yeah, I don't need that right now. I don't need these sigils. The unlucky rabbit's foot. So it takes damage, deals damage. It's kind of risky, but well, hold on. I need to check the verbiage. You for each debuffs are included. Yes. Yes. Oh man, bro's gonna get so strong. Bro's gonna get so fucking strong. These ones I don't care too much about. Upgrade. These are already maxed out because of the fucking bonus. I don't have a tier high enough. I don't want to swap my spells right now. Okay. Realm instability. Enemies are agile. Enemies are fused with beacons. That's probably fine. Nether boss. Okay. So I've seen that. Yeah, I don't really care. Random realm. It's fine. Okay, so nether bosses. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so, I mean, I'll just cut it there, man. That's kind of like a sample of how the game works. This video's been running entirely too fucking long.